Today on Selling Life and Annuities, we're going to talk about your most valuable asset. I'm Randy Pierson, Executive Vice President for Sales and Distribution at Gordon Marketing. And today we've got with us Paul Bechtold, our Manager in charge of debt elimination products and sales. And as I said, we're going to talk about your most valuable asset as a consumer. So Paul, what are we trying to hone in on this subject matter?
Well, first, Randy, I'd like to say welcome back. I thought we would close the year out in style by having you come in and help us button up another very successful year of selling life and annuities at Gordon Marketing. But today what I want to hit home on, and being the time of the year, the holidays, where people are taking stock of what's important in their world, especially their family, is their most valuable asset being themselves. Okay, so many people are out there underinsured, or many people have up to 30% have no insurance at all. What better time of the year to take stock of that when people are looking at their finances and they're looking at New Year's resolutions and things like that, and kind of checking off those boxes of things to accomplish to close the year out strong.
I agree. Certainly few other more appropriate times to discuss this type of subject matter. So I would agree also that most of Americans are underinsured or potentially not insured at all. Why do people fall into this trap?
Well, I think in the day-to-day hectic world that we live in, fast-paced in terms of instant gratification of things, technologies, and an increased awareness of consumerism, consumer brands and all that, we seem to pour all of our energies and efforts and finances into other things financially. We insure our cell phones and our cars, and we insure the eggs, but we don't insure the goose that lays the gold eggs, I like to say. So it's just something that we look past. The other thing is, as you know, you're a life insurance veteran, it's almost like a lot of people don't want to face that gut check moment of mortality. It's going to happen to all of us one day, and it's not a matter of if but when, and we just keep putting it off. We keep putting it off, and eventually we have to take stock of that. And unfortunately, many Americans find out when it's much too late and too expensive. Would you agree?
Without a doubt. And one of the things I would also bring up is with life insurance, there's the pure financial aspects of it, right? The guy who brought me into the business almost 3.5 decades ago would always say that people buy life insurance for one of two reasons. They either owe somebody, as you were just discussing, the financial aspects, or they love somebody. And I think that to some degree is what's getting lost within our society now, is that they're missing the boat with regard to their responsibility to take care of and protect the people that they love, right? And so when we look at life insurance, and the sales of life insurance, what products are out there that you're seeing being sold that best fit the needs of consumers today?
Well, Randy, it's funny that you say that as how we get lost in all that, but one of the things that I think adds to that is there's a pervasive message out there that says buy the cheapest insurance possible and get rid of it as soon as you possibly can. And the really financially savvy, especially the ultra wealthy out there, do exactly the opposite. They buy as much insurance as the life insurance carriers will give them. And they tend to focus on more permanent products versus term, okay? What I like to say, Randy, is that if somebody is age 65 or younger and in reasonable health, your life insurance should never cost you anything. We should be able to structure it in a way where you get back every penny in your own lifetime and still have a tax-free death benefit to pass on to your loved ones. And I don't know about you, Randy, but I can't think of a more loving thing you could do for your family than that.
Look, I would agree. I would hope that most of the advisors, the agents who are watching this video caught note of what you just said, right? Which is obtaining life insurance at ultimately zero cost. So can you dive into that a little bit deeper? How can a consumer, or certainly how can an agent or advisor help a consumer acquire a policy where at some point it costs them nothing?
Well, all cash value policies, regardless of how you structure them, will eventually build enough cash value up to where you get back the premiums that you paid into it, okay? They're all designed to do that. It's just a matter of some can do it sooner than others. Fortunately for me, in the platforms that I deal with in the death space, we structure them for minimum death benefit and maximum cash accumulation, so I can have all the money back into my clients' hands in 6 to 7 years easily. But if you started with, say, like a juvenile whole life or UL policy, where maybe we're putting $50, $75 a month into a policy, it is going to generate enough cash over time, and in 15, 20 years, they've got all their premiums back, and they've got a financial tool for life that protects them no matter what.
Yeah, I would agree. You know, you mentioned, and I wholeheartedly agree, there's a lot of pundits out there. You flip through channels, you see folks talking about people helping themselves from a financial standpoint and getting rid of their life insurance or buying the cheapest life insurance that eventually has an end date is a common theme. Does everybody, regardless of age, need life insurance?
I would contend that even if you aren't maybe married, have children, whatever the case may be, everybody will benefit from life insurance, particularly permanent life insurance in their lifetime, because you don't have just to die just to get benefit from it. Obviously, the tax-free aspects of the cash value growth, supplementing retirement income, but the living benefit aspects of permanent life insurance and even term life insurance now are phenomenal. Our products have never been better and been able to provide more financial value to clients than they do right now. Would you agree?
Look, I couldn't agree more. It's amazing the difference in products that I was selling when I was in my 20s and that I see being sold today in my late 50s, and the fact that there are so many more advantages to the consumer of owning that product while they're living than just simply that death benefit. Enumerating those benefits, I know we've talked about in probably more than one video over the last few years, and I think due to time constraints on this video, it's kind of tough for us to dive into them. I would encourage anybody watching this video to look at some of our past videos and find some of that information because owning life insurance in your lifetime, the things that you can take advantage of are innumerable and super impactful, right?
I would agree.
So listen, we're going to unfortunately call this episode of Selling Life and Annuities to an end. I want to thank you for watching. Please make sure you subscribe to our channel because, as I just mentioned a moment ago, we've got a wealth of information, a great history of videos to take a look at on all areas of insurance selling through Gordon Marketing, Medicare, life insurance, annuities, etc. So be sure and take a look. But for Paul and myself, thanks for watching.
Happy holidays.